Blog Talk Radio.
My name is Marquis, El Presidente. I don't know what happened to our intro there. I don't know. I was standing by just waiting for the intro to happen. Well, that's live radio for you anyway. It is Indy Car season, and they are on the streets of St. Petersburg. We're going to be talking with our official Indy Car contributor, also licensed logger who joins us every year, our favorite Canadian joins us and talks with us also about IndyCar. And then, of course, we've got some talk about the NFL, what's going on in the NFL, some big news, maybe, or just gossip. And we'll talk about that. Of course, we've got the Pacers to talk about, and the NBA to talk about, and the MLB to talk about. So much to talk about right here on The Balance. My name is Marquis, El Presidente. We'll be right back right here on The Balance Radio Network.
Tonight, I just want to take you away. Blow your hands up in the sky. Let's set this party alright. Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 carats magic in the air.
The Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active-duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
It's double trouble, double the fun at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals, see live educational shows, feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Symbol Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike,
Dance with me, purple cow. like your move.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming, and I'm loud. Roar!
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
All right, welcome back to the Battles. My name is Saul Marquis, Presidente. Time to kick things off. 917-889-8516 is my digits. Welcome aboard again, Mr. Tyson Lautenschlager. I'm never going to be able to see your last name right, but how are you, sir? Or is this Matthew?
This is Matthew, the WSBT producer guy, late night host on Z94.3 with the overnight session. You asked for
we got
him,
Matthew
got him.
Embry, our official Indy Car contributor, Matthew Embry. I guess now we have Tyson. See, things are coming together. Tyson, now Tyson's with us. How are you, Tyson?
Good morning, Tom. How are you?
Hey, welcome back to 2019, guys. We got our IndyCar team on board. We've got Matthew Embry from WSBT up in South Bend, our official IndyCar contributor, and Tyson Lautenschlager, which I just got done saying that I will never ever be able to learn how to say your last name. But I'm gonna make 2019 the year of Tyson. But our favorite Canadian, and of course from on pitroad.com to talk some IndyCar with us, guys. We are ready to go. We'll start with you, Tyson, because I want to just kind of get your thoughts about just sentiments and just as we begin 2019. And let's remember a little bit about Robert Wickens and his terrible accident that he was in, still not quite able to get into a race car. What do we know about him? Obviously very tight with your guy up there in Canada, James Hinchcliffe, and we love James on this show as well. But just a rough year, 2018 with Robert Wickens. Let's reflect a little bit about what happened. What do we know, and where we're going with that? Go ahead, Tyson.
Well, yeah, of course, it was definitely a rough end of the year for Robert Wickens, especially after starting so strong, and he started so strong at St. Petersburg, where we start IndyCar this weekend. So it's really fitting to see that he's actually back at the racetrack this weekend. He did an autograph session yesterday, spoke to the media. He had a segment on Good Morning America yesterday where he talked about his recovery and the accident. And he was saying in that segment actually that the two things that are most important to him, he obviously wants to be able to walk at his wedding, which is coming up this year, I believe in September. And then he wants to be back in a car for 2020 in IndyCar. And one thing he spoke of in his media session yesterday as well was watching Alex Zanardi in the Rolex 24 this year and seeing that it is possible to overcome horrific injuries and get back in a race car. It might take a little bit of time, but as we also know, Sam Schmidt said that seat is open for him whenever he wants it, whenever he can get back in it. So, I mean, right now it's all about recovery for Robert Wickens, and he's been making, I'd say, pretty good progress considering where he was in the hospital in August. He's now able to walk, and obviously he's going through therapy, and it is quite the long road, but he's able to walk a little bit. He's doing cycling in the gym, and he's getting closer and closer. We even saw a video he posted this week of him walking up the steps onto an airplane to get to St. Petersburg. So it's been a long road, and he's not done that road yet to recovery, but he's definitely starting to get closer and closer.
Oh, absolutely. And I tell you what, I am just cheering for that team, Sam Schmidt. And we'll go to you real quick, Matthew Embry. Matthew, I mean, if anybody understands what Robert Wickens is actually literally going through is Sam Schmidt. Matthew, what are your thoughts on Sam Schmidt racing, Robert Wickens? And then we'll go ahead and get into our talk about St. Petersburg because IndyCar starts off this weekend. But just a great story. Go ahead, Matthew.
Good to see Wickens, back on his feet again because I thought after an incident like that, I thought he would be paralyzed for life considering the severity of the accident and obviously thinking back to what happened to his team boss at Orlando in 2000 when he was paralyzed from the neck down. The fact that he is now walking, even though it is with assistance with the walker, I think is impressive in its own right. And let's face it, I mean, this is impressive stuff. Now, whether or not he gets in a race car again still is a question mark. But I think considering the progress he's made, it's greatly impressive. And but I think at the same time, though, you look at team, a lot of question marks. Can James Hinchcliffe bounce back from his DNQ at Indy? Can Marcus Ericsson be a contributor right away? And then, of course, you have the other things possibly. If Boreal Servia gets a ride for Indy, how will he be effective? And then also, will Meyer Shank Racing, if one or two cars show up for Indy, how will they fare? So there's going to be a lot on Smith's plate this year. I'll be very curious to see how he handles things, especially when he could be supporting as many as 5 cars for the Indy 500.
Well, you mentioned Marcus Ericsson as well. So we'll go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's get into IndyCar. Let's get some amen. IndyCar is back. NASCAR has been up for a couple of weeks here, and I know, Tyson, I know you cover NASCAR as well. We'll get your thoughts on some NASCAR. But right now, let's bask in the moment that IndyCar is back, and we're ready to start racing here in Indianapolis. Obviously, this is where our flagship home, if you will, high atop the studios in the west suburbs of Indianapolis, Indiana. We just love IndyCar here in Indianapolis, but we love IndyCar, period. Matthew, we'll start with you. Let's get a preview of St. Petersburg in the 2019 season. I know last week you broke down the 2019 bracketology. You've made some moves around on that, but let's get started. St. Petersburg this weekend, Matthew. Can we get an amen?
Well, it's good stuff, obviously, and interesting who topped the time charts this day in practice. It was Andretti Autosport, but it wasn't Alexander Rossi. It was Ryan Hunter-Reay, the 2014 champion. Impressive stuff, 2012 champion, 2014 Indy 500 champion. I'll get that right for you. But for a lot of people thinking Hunter-Reay was starting to get past hitting his peak and maybe on the downside, maybe showing that he's having a resurrection for 2019. Solid runs for him, and then you also have a bunch of unknowns. Colton Herta was quick yesterday. Max Chilton was quick. Charlie Kimball's quick, possibly showing a sign that Carlin's going to be effective in year 2. And, of course, don't forget Carlin adds the services for the races Kimball won't run with Pato O'Ward, who was announced a couple of days ago. So a lot to look forward to for Carlin, and Penske is still well within range. But you look at some of the other players, got to say, a brutal opening for Dragon Speed and Ben Hanley, not only 4 seconds off the pace for Ryan Hunter-Reay, but 2 seconds off the next slowest car in the field. So very trial by fire for Ben Hanley and Dragon Speed for sure. Like to see them be able to pick up the pace today. Otherwise, I think maybe IndyCar needs to look at maybe saying, you know what, maybe we need to find a more experienced driver for this car. Maybe Ben needs to get a little more open-wheel experience, as he hasn't been in an open-wheel car for 7-8 years. So this team could be more competitive, because you'd love to see a team like this with Elton Julian's ties be successful in IndyCar, but they certainly have not got a good start this weekend.
Tyson Lotzlager, Tyson, help me out here, buddy. Just help a brother out. For 2 years now, we've been struggling with your last name. Am I getting closer, getting it right?
You know, you're pretty much right on. I'm going to give it to you. I'll say that.
Hey, because you know what's even harder for me to say than your last name, and that's the NTT, IndyCar racing season. Have you got that to roll off your tongue yet? And what are your thoughts about St. Petersburg NTT Star?